Hello there, Callie Bliss here, and welcome to a breathing practice to help you through difficult emotions. So, if you're anything like me, ever since Roe v. Wade was overturned 2 weeks ago, my body has been having some physiological responses to stress and anger and frustration, some despair. Our emotions are not necessarily something that we can always predict, but when we're willing to sit with them, they are something that we can learn to work with and pass through in healthier ways. And this is not only good for us to be able to stay mentally focused on what's productive and to feel more emotionally balanced, it's actually really, really important for the body. So before we go into this practice, we're going to tell you just a little bit about why we're doing this practice. It's going to be, it's called Nadi Shodhana. In English, it's alternate nostril breathing, and it's about regaining balance. So when we are faced with something that feels really, really challenging, whether or not that is a physical threat that is actually standing in front of us or a perceived threat that we know might be coming in the future, our bodies don't know the difference. They have the same response to, oh my gosh, I have to be ready to manage a threat. And there's an immediate spike that happens of adrenaline, and that's to be able to gain the strength to fight the bear or, wrestle the bad guy or whatever it is that's happening in front of us. And then there's a prolonged response of cortisol that keeps us alert just in case the threat comes back. So if you're in a physical space where you're actually in physical danger, having that heightened level of cortisol for a prolonged period of time is helpful because it keeps us alert and allows us to jump back into adrenaline mode where we can get things done quickly and defend ourselves. However, if you're not in a space where it's actually a physical threat and you're just dealing with extreme emotions as a response to something that has happened not in our physical presence, we need to help our bodies regain that centering and that balance. We want to lower that cortisol, and we want to get back to, the happy hormones and the sympathetic nervous system giving way to parasympathetic nervous system so that we can sleep at night, so that we can breathe more deeply, so that we can think clearly, and so that we can be compassionate with ourselves and with those around us in order to find more productive outcomes. So that's all just a little bit of background to tell you why it's important to process these really, really challenging emotions that we're going through collectively. As a whole society, really, it's not just the females. Females are part of families, and families are what make up our society. So families of all shapes, sizes, varieties, and choices. So the regimented way to do this is to take your thumb, and we're going to plug up the right nostril, take a deep breath in through the left, and then take your ring finger, plug up the left nostril, and exhale out the right. And then inhale. Switch the plug, exhale. Inhale. Switch the plug, exhale. Keep that going on your own. Inhale. Switch the plug, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. I'm going to add one more thing for you to think about. Inhale. And notice the breath sense around your head. Plug, exhale. Inhale. So as we're breathing, we're just noticing sensation in the head, the face, the cheeks. Exhale. Switch. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Do a few more like that, noticing sensations and sensory awareness around the face, the cheeks. Inhale. The jaw. Switch, exhale. Last time. Switch, exhale. Now, if you don't want to use those two fingers, it's always an option to just use whatever feels comfortable. What's going to be really important, what goes straight to the nervous system, is having a deep sense of connected breath between inhale and exhale, and that we are feeling where that breath happens. So we started with the head. Now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to keep our sensory awareness around shoulders, chest. This might creep up into neck and jaw. You want to just go with where can you create a little more expansiveness. Keep that expansiveness and release any tension. So this is regardless of any kind of breath, but then adding in the alternate nostril breathing for balancing left and right hemisphere of the brain. Inhale, left. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. You can even use your hands on your chest, on your shoulders. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Feel the energy move in the body. Inhale. Switch, exhale. So I encourage you to keep this practice going and play between the switching and feeling where you can sensorially have an awareness of your breath, wherever that needs to happen, in your hips, in your legs. Do a minimum of 10 to 15 breaths per physical location so that you really give yourself a chance to deepen the experience. I hope this is helpful for everyone.